Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. But first, I want to go into S&P 500. Very brief, let you guys know something. I'm going to explain something here, guys, okay? Let me get my arrow. You remember this day? I'm going to point to this day on the S&P 500 right there. Recall that day, guys? If you were in the cryptocurrency market, you had to recall that day. That was the day to do what? Oh, by the way, do me a huge favor. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and down in the description of my channel, if you want to buy cool coins like maybe Casper or something like that, I buy them at Mex C Global is one of the exchanges I like to use. And if you use my link down in the description, you support the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. And for those that have told me that they've done that, I do appreciate you too. Thank you very much. Now, here's the deal, guys. You see the arrow right there? Boom. What was that day? You remember that day? That was short of the year. That was the day. It did go down. It was a good short. Don't get me wrong. Nice red candles in there. But that was the day the S&P 500 was going down to the depths to break the low. And it didn't, did it? It didn't. And by the way, too, guys, I don't know if you're aware of this. If you pay attention to other markets from time to time, take a look at them. But you might want to pop your eyeballs over to some other markets real quick and check out Germany, UK, France, and see some other markets over there too. So what are they doing? What are they at? All-time highs. If you ever think about that. So other world markets are all-time highs. And the Hang Seng over there in China looks like it's getting ready to go into what? A third wave? Something to think about. Well, everybody over here in the United States is expecting the S&P to dump. Now, here's the deal with the S&P, guys. I expect more downside with the S&P, and it's not a big deal. Just let those people over there panic sell. That's what they're going to do. Is they're going to panic sell and drop that more probably, guys. That's really going to scare them over there. So I'm not too concerned with it yet. It's still in a really good area, and it could come down a little bit lower to these areas. I said that a couple of weeks ago, I think. This is the area I was checking it out for, 39.50. All right, so now we're going to go over to Bitcoin. Here's Bitcoin on the weekly chart, guys. All right, this is the talk of everything right here. Okay, here's the deal. Right there at resistance, right? It's S&P 500 2.0. There, right there is at resistance. Time to drop in the shorts, right? Hey, man, that is the ultimate setup. It's so good that you could take your life, not financial advice. This is just a joke. Don't do this. Don't do this. You could take your life savings and put them right there, right? Take your life savings, put them right there. Which one of the guys from the YouTube videos is doing that? Altcoin Daily, is he doing it? How about BitBoy? Is he doing it? I bet they're not. I bet they're not 100% sure. Like, I don't know about that one. But it looks like the ultimate setup, doesn't it? Looks like the ultimate setup, man. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Gonna drop like a rock from right there. You know what the problem is with that, guys? You know what the problem is with that setup? It's too good to be true. I was looking at the futures chart. Usually when you have these waves, how do I get a signpost on here, huh? I don't want a signpost, man. I haven't even heard this. So here we go. Usually when you have these waves and they're like perfect, something ain't up. Something ain't right, guys. When you see perfection in the charts, kind of like this, it's not quite right. That's my take on it, guys. So what is it Bitcoin doing? Okay. Well, I'm going to present some data that there could be more upside. That's right, more upside, okay? Now let's take a look at this weekly data on Bitcoin, okay? Let's take a look at the weekly data down here in the charts. What do we have? We have this with bearish divergence on the weekly. Pretty strong bearish divergence, right? Right there on the weekly, guys. You go up there, that peak is higher than the other peak, bearish signal. You got the stochastics, it's all the way up there, right? Telling you the odds are, since it's up so high, it's going to go down, and you got bearish signals, right? Doesn't quite work like that all the time, guys. Unfortunately, I wish it was that easy. Bearish divergence. It's all the way up there. You got right at resistance. Perfect, picture perfect. Short. Go throw it in. I'm going to say it's probably not going to be a wise idea to check it out yet until you have more confirmation that it's going to be into a downtrend. Okay. So here's one of the reasons. Check this out over here. If you check this out over here in 2019, you're going to go back and check your data. You see how high this one went. You see that right there in the weekly? And where was it? Right there. And it went sideways for a little while and went back down, actually popped up a little bit right there. And you can see from that peak over to this peak, it went up from about 3,800 all the way up to 11,000. Wow, it was just in that area. So when they go bullish, Bitcoin goes bullish, it can stay in that area for a while. Okay. So I'm going to show you something else too, guys. Let's take a look at the monthly. Show the monthly right here, the RSI data. And in my opinion, the RSI data and the stochastics looks good. It actually looks really good. This right here is a really, could there be more downside now? There could be, but this right here is a really good signal, guys. That boop right there on the monthly, so you can see came down, up, came down, started going up. Every time it got down to those areas or lower, it was good. Now here it is on stochastics too, guys. Check that out. You see that? Down in that area, down in that area, down in that area. Okay, you got the same pattern too. I'll go over this first one right here. You see in this area, let me put it up so you guys can see it, okay? Put it up a little bit so you can see it. Right in this area, okay? You can see it came down, and that was the correction all the way back down, correction back down, and then it started trending up, okay? And come to this one, right? There's that correction in that area. It started trending down and went back up. And here it is in this area. Where did it start? It actually looks like it started right there, trending back down, actually went up a little bit and back down, and now it started going up with the blue above, giving you a bullish signal. Okay, guys? So that actually looks pretty good. Now, what I'm going to do is go into the daily chart and take a look at this now, right? Okay, because here's the argument. Here's the argument for Bitcoin, for the ultimate short setup is this. And they're right. They're right. They're 100% correct. Bearish divergence. Are you ready to throw your life savings into there? That's just a joke again, guys. Ready to throw your life savings back in, right into there and go, wow, look at that. I'm going to get rich. I don't know, guys. I don't know about that one because you know what it can do over here. That is a bearish divergence. There's no doubt about that, guys. But over here, when it goes bullish, goes up into a wave, corrects it, go up to another wave, correct it, can go up into another wave, correct it. That's the issue over there, guys. So you can see here on the daily now, I showed this on Twitter, trying to explain that. You got to understand the RSI, the relative strength. It's a momentum indicator. It's a momentum indicator. Okay, so here we are on the daily. Here's 2019. Check out. You see that peak right there? That's the peak. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take this line on the daily. I'm going to put it right on top of that one over there. I'm going to come over here. Here's 2019. That's his highest peak. That was his first wave. Highest peak with the most momentum was right there, okay, on the daily. You take a look at this right here, guys, okay? You want to be careful sometimes when these assets, volatile assets, go bullish, okay? So here's the deal. It went up into this wave right here, and the price of it was 5,200. It came back down. It corrected a cycle right there, okay? It didn't go very deep in price, and it went back up. Boom, okay? So now it's up to, where is that? Up here. It went back down even further. It went back up. It went all the way up from this point right here, 4,900, all the way up to 13,000 or thereabouts when the RSI was right in that area, okay? Now let's take a look at that. You see this right here? Here it is in this section. Okay, came back down. It even came down deeper. Came down deeper into that one over there. You guys can see that? Okay. Now don't get me wrong. That could be a bearish signal too. Okay. You just don't know. Nobody can predict the future. You can just get an estimate on the future for setups, for coming setups. Okay. So what I'm going to do, previous videos I made, I said, look, guys, this is a hidden bullish divergence and it broke the cycle. So here's the cycle that it did. And it came down and broke it. And it's up there. And probably a good shot with Bitcoin is you have something going on over here. You have something going on over here. What I would pay attention to on the daily cycle to see if it's going to break down is put your trend line right there. If it breaks down through there, then possibly it could be breaking the cycle, and that could be another cycle right there. Okay, so let me clean that up a little bit. So let's go into the wave that it has over there. I'm going to go into a 4 hour now, right? So now we have this wave. Okay, so here is the thing. Oh, the other thing is too, I want to go over this right here. Okay, I want to go over this wave right here with you guys. All right, now I said previously this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's like the picture perfect 5-wave impulse. Okay, like picture perfect. Actually hits Fibonacci's 1.618 and 2.27 all the way up to there. Okay, so here's the deal, guys, right? So you got a 5-wave move, and then you have an ABC, and you have a 5-wave move, okay? And here's your ABC, right? Okay? And everybody's going to know, once they see that, they're going to know to buy that, guys. Here's the problem with that, too. You know what the problem is with that one? It's too easy. It's too easy for this wave, for the length of this wave, okay? Just like this. And then do a 3-wave and then go into a third. It's too easy, guys. It's way, way too easy. Here, I'll show you something. There's a difference between, let me clean this up. A big one like this. You see this wave right here, all the way up. And then this was a multi-month correction. This is different. This is different, okay? So this was not easy because of the time. So it started over here December 18, and then it peaked up on June of 2019. So 6 months, it blasted up 300%, and then it came back over here. And now it's in a multi-month correction from June to March of 2020. So now people are starting to get in the mindset, bear market, bear market, bear market. Oh, look, bear market's or bull market's back, blah, blah, blah. And then, oh my gosh. And they were not ready to get that because of the time. Over here, this is too obvious. This is too obvious to me to go, okay, there's your 5. All right, 3, boom, let's get it. It's too obvious, guys. It's too obvious. It's not gonna, there's no way it could be that easy. So let me go over here to Bitcoin, guys. I just want to let you know that. Bitcoin on the 4 hour. Bitcoin on the 4 hour, take a look, a little bit closer look at that. And now what I'm going to do is we got this wave sequence and we're over here. So right now we're under the assumption, right? This is the assumption that this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 4, 5. And then it's going to come crashing down and people, me and you and whoever else bought some coins. But even though we're up 200, 300%, you shouldn't be wrecked, but you shouldn't be wrecked. You should be doing really, really well. People on this channel, you bought into Phantom 3x. There's a laundry list of coins that goes on and on. Quant was 4x. Maddox already 2x from back in June. Phantom 2, 3x. Whatever. Ethereum back in June was an easy 2x. It was just a matter of pulling the trigger and buying it. So here's the deal right here with this one. Is I'm going to take a look at this wave. So the assumption is this could be a wave 5. Is it? Is it a wave 5? Do we know? We don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows for sure. I don't know for sure. Or is that the wave 1 of the wave 5 that's going to be starting? Or is that a wave 1 of a third wave extension that is starting, right? We just really don't know. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at this area up here, okay? So we got a nice 5-wave impulse, okay? A little bit too easy. This is too easy, okay? So you got it over here, back down, and then you can see how this whole area, it went up, back down, and it really didn't stop, guys. You can see once it did this one main correction here, it never really stopped. You had a wick right there. So And then here's the beginning of the third wave right here. You know, there's some panic here, here, you know, definitely here, here. I can look at that on the USDT dominance chart. When it was here and this went down, you should see the USDT dominance chart just blasted back up. It's crazy. People were here and they sold out of their Bitcoin right here, if you can believe it. They felt really, really dumb on that one. And that was probably traders. Those were traders, okay, not the hodlers. Hodlers just said, forget it, man. I'm holding it, man. I don't care if it's going back down. So here's the deal with this. I'm going to look at this on a 4-hour and show you a few things that this is doing the same thing. So now we're in this section of this wave. So this wave, now that we have all this, this is telling me that this is no flat, that this was the impulse move right here. Okay. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This is getting too big to start like, you know, winging it. Start winging it. Start going 1, 2, 3, 4 over here somewhere, and then up for a 5. I don't agree with that at all. Okay. Sometimes the wave's got to have a little bit of sense, but so now we have this area right here, right? But here's your handy little indicator. If you check this out, guys, look at this down here in the 4-hour RSI. You see that? Let me clean up that trend line. You see that down here? Boom, and corrected, and boom, it's coming down. And Bitcoin is doing the same thing again. It's doing the same thing again. What's it doing? It's burning off some RSI, and it's making that what? Hidden bullish divergence. Okay. So you take your trend like here. I'm not saying it's finished yet. It might not be finished. Okay. And I'm not saying that it's a guarantee. There's no guarantees. So here you go. Like you see that? There's your trend right there. And then you got, boom, right there on the 4-hour RSI. What is that, guys? It's divergence. It's divergence. It's obvious divergence right there. So that could mean a few things, though. That could mean that it's going to bounce right here and do a wave over here, and it just might go up there. But if it's a corrective wave, it'll drag this up. If it wants to go bearish, it's going to drag this up to set it up for the dump, okay? But right now, what is it doing? It's dragging it down to get it set up for what? The pump, okay? In my opinion. But here's the thing over here is that it could be, you know, A, B, C, and then it might need to go into another ABC and then do another one over here, something like that, guys. I mean, I actually could do that and be in this correction for a while. Okay, it could be in this correction for a long while. So you want to be aware of that. But I was looking at this, and this didn't break the high, and more than likely this is some type of flat. This is some type of flat move. So if I take that and I go to that one, and then this 1.0, and right there at my red trend line in that area is the area I'm kind of expecting it, and you go all the way back down to 1.618. Okay. And down here in the RSI, the 4-hour RSI, right, it come up a little bit more and maybe comes down into another wave, back down to, and back down into another wave, right? It gets down even there. I'm just saying this could be the perfect setup for it to what? Go up. And then you have what? You got your hidden bear, hidden bullish divergence, and Bitcoin is getting itself ready to go back up, guys. Okay? So that's how I'm looking at it. Like I said, I wouldn't get too bearish yet. We need more confirmation that this is starting to go into a trend, you know, a trend. It finished here and then into a bearish trend, guys. And it's just not giving the signals yet for a bearish trend. It's just not, guys. It's burning off RSI. It's giving more. I would say right now it's probably like 60, 70, 30. It's like 70% to me bullishness until I see something different, and maybe 30% bearishness. You know, obviously you got bearish divergence, and things like that. Okay. So that's what I would be looking for right here in this area. It could go into a lot longer correction, but don't be surprised if it comes down here in this area and it could start going off again, guys. You know, let's take a look at the 8-hour. You know, the 8 hours looking pretty good, burning that off pretty good down there in the 8-hour, guys. And, you know, remember how these things work. You go over here to the 2019 over here. Let's see, it was 2019 is over here. Okay, here it is over here. You see, up, back down. It goes up way deep again, back up, back down. You see that? And what I'm saying is over here, guys, over here, that could be going on over here. Okay. It's going to fake people out. You imagine this, guys, this thing, Bitcoin comes down and it's in this correction. Let me show you the 8 hour, right? It's over here. And once it gets up above, if Bitcoin comes down here and it gets up over that 25.2 where everybody has their limit orders for the shorts, or they're in the shorts right now, and they're like, oh my gosh, look at this, guys. The dream setup. The dream setup. I'm going to be rich. I got the short of the century and I'm going to get so rich. It's not that easy, guys. It's just not that easy. It's too easy of a setup. It's too easy of a setup. Okay. So just letting you know, I know I'm rambling on a little bit, but guys, look, I told you this before. What did it do over here? Hidden bearish. What did it do? Boom. Okay. And to me, this just seems like, could it be part of this over here? Yes, it definitely could. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But like I said, guys, go back to this. They're never that easy. They're never that easy. That's too easy. That's too easy, guys. That's all I'm saying. So keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled, because if you see Bitcoin go down in correction, could hang out there for a little while longer. You take a look at some other assets too. I'm going to show you guys something. Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency's been in a correction longer than people realize. Because I was looking at Gala, right? Here's Gala. Okay, we have Gala, right? So here's the deal with Gala, guys. Gala has actually, let me take all that off, because all you need to do with Gala is look at the this area right down here, guys. Okay. The next area is 0.044 cents, and then back down to 0.036 or 5 for Gala. Okay, guys, that's it. So here's the deal with Gala. Look at Gala, guys, on the daily chart. Okay. This is crazy, guys. Look at that. Here's its wave sequence right there. Okay. You see you got a little bit of bear, and now it's burning off all this RSI. It continue to go down there like that, guys. Okay. So in my opinion, Gala is setting itself up to do another one of those. But if you take a look at Gala, here's Gala. And I believe the wave sequence ended right there on the 13th of January. The 13th of January. It's the 22nd of February, guys. Gala could almost have been in a correction for 2 months. That's why this is going to take the cryptocurrency by surprise, because most people are going to go, oh, let's take a look at Gala. Where's the highest peak? There it is, 28th of January. Yeah, 28th, 30th of January. It just started its correction right there. And they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then A, B, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they might be right. But what if it ended over here and this was correction? Just don't know, guys. And I'm looking at some other assets. They look like that. They're the same way too. They're the same way too. I mean, the other ones are going to be in a correction at different times. Okay, at different times. So I can't think of the other coin off the top of my head right now, guys. But I'd just be careful, getting overly bearish and getting short happy in the market right now. I would just make sure you take your profits. Make sure you take your profits on Bitcoin. I mean, if I was in here, I would have already exited out 50%, probably 50%, and let the other run, and and move your stop loss into profit, and then you're safe and let it run. If this is going into some multi-month downtrend, hey, you win. That's how I would do it, guys. I would not, hey, just saying. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.